cafe now. Someone had the idea yesterday on my live show, which was just like live psychic readings. It's a squirrel, it's not a bird. They reminded me, oh, well, we used to do Psychic Cafe, and it was all so much fun. So let's call it Psychic Cafe again. And I've also revived the group as well on Facebook. We've got a group on Facebook, and it's called Psychic Cafe Club. For everyone that comes along to these Psychic Cafes, I'll also be going live in there too. And I did this morning, in fact. So you're welcome to come to that. There is a link pinned in the comments up there for that Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, come and join in the psychic fun there too. Now, I'm Louise. Hey, I'm a psychic medium. I call myself a mystic psychologist because I use my readings to help you to heal yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically. And yeah, that's how I like to use my gift, to not just tune into your energy, but also connecting with your higher self for the real truth. So a lot of psychic readers will read your energy and so confirm what you've been imagining or what you're thinking about. But we don't need confirmation of that because we know what we're thinking about and we know what we're imagining. And so I go to the higher self, which is yourself in spirit form, the part of you that is always there, that knows everything about you. And so that your higher self has got the truth. And sometimes we don't want to hear the complete truth, right? Sometimes we don't. But it is actually more useful to get the truth instead of our ego strokes, you know. So tell me, where are you watching from? And would you like me to pull some cards out for you? I have pulled some cards out already for the collective. Let's see what they are. Starting out with the Seven of Pentacles. This is about our energy. Now, there's never been a more important time to say this. Seven of Pentacles, how we invest our energy. What am I talking about when I say energy? Well, our focus and our feelings are our highest power of energy that we've got. We are creator beings. And so our attention, what we pay attention to, is very valuable. And you can see that right now. We can see that with the online stuff that's going on, is they're harvesting our attention. The currency at the moment, it's not money, it's attention. Everyone's vying for our attention. One of the reasons that I'm doing these live so much now is because we need to get more face-to-face, human beings, not AI, not bots, because you can't tell what's real anymore, but you can tell that I'm real when I'm talking to you, either on a Zoom call or on these lives. And so let's get back to community, right? So Seven of Pentacles is what you're investing your energy into, in particular, your focus, your attention. Don't let them harvest it. Don't let those things control you, the scrolly things and all of that. I know it's difficult, but try not to. Try not to. Try and have that value for yourself and focus on what you want to focus on. I do find personally that just distancing myself from screens really helps that. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles, which is, it might be more difficult way of life and not as comfortable to take this harder route at the moment, but it's going to lead to a better place. Five of Pentacles card often has people walking by a church and they're limping, they're on a crutch and they're not looking like they're doing very well, but they're walking past the church in the snow. They're walking past the church. They could have gone in for comfort, but they didn't. They decided to carry on to where they're going. Even though the path is hard, we keep on going. And so it's not going to be easy breaking away from this attention harvesting kind of thing. It's not just about attention though. The guides are reminding me it's about our heart too. So our feelings, what we are going to put our feeling energy into. In other words, rage bait. There's a squirrel right outside my window. Squirrel. Rage bait. Algorithms are all about rage bait right now. It doesn't matter if something is misinformation. In fact, all the better if it's misinformation, because as long as it gets people clicking and it gets people engaging in it, then they're harvesting your attention. And so being impervious to that rage bait stuff, whether it's in person or online, don't let them hijack your emotions like that, tell you how to feel, or incite you, trigger you, all of that kind of thing. Turn away from it. I got to tell you, working online, I had to learn this because people are cruel. People are very cruel. And when I'm reading one of those cruel comments, I've just got to delete. Stop reading it. As soon as I notice it's like that, I just delete. I don't continue on because I don't want... Why would I put power into some random... And it could probably even be a bot. Why would I give my emotional power away to them? So I'm not saying it's easy, but I've learned to do that. Just not engage. Not engage. Just let those comments, those insightful comments and all of that kind of thing wash right over me. Hi, Kim. Good to see you again. So, next up we've got the Seven of Swords, which is the BS card. It's my BS card. It's lies, it's deceit, it's all the BS, it's the bots, it's the AI, it's just, all of the BS. We've got to get good at spotting the BS, right? And we've got to know that, like, it's just almost like the movie, The Matrix is coming true now, that our attention and our energy is being harvested. They're trying to suck us into reactions to things and keep on looking at this thing that's making you mad, and we'll put bots out there, like racks and racks of iPads are chatting with you, and to get you even more annoyed at it, and putting more videos out for you. Like, it's just computers that are doing that to harvest your attention. Crazy, right? So we've got to get good at not just spotting our BS, but there's a lot of BS out there. Bringing ourselves back to ourselves, to that sovereignty, which is a really hard word to say, sovereignty. I don't know whether I'm saying it right. It doesn't sound right in my mouth or in my head. And then we've got the King of Pentacles, and this is us being stable as. She's surrounded by her flowers there. She's got a pentacle. And she's just stable, you know. She's mastered that. She's mastered her stability. So the guides want to talk about that today. What we invest our energy into, specifically our focus and our emotions, to keep going, even though the path is difficult. The path will be difficult, to distance ourselves from all of the BS. It will be difficult and it's not going to be comfortable, but it's where our stability lies. So how are you, Kim? This is my attempt to be doing these lives at different times. So it's only 7 o'clock now, 7 a.m. But I was up early and it was raining. It's not raining now. Didn't feel like going out to the beach for a walk in the rain. And so I thought, I know, I'll do a live in Psychic Cafe Club. Join the club. There's a link there. I've put a link in the comments already. If you're on Facebook, Kim, join our group, because I went live in there this morning. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be doing lives. It's just time to get face to face now, and I want to share my gift, you know, and be the go-to person. Have you in mind. Have me in your minds as the go-to person to get your answers, because that's why I'm here. 8:30 p.m. there. Yeah, 7:30 here. I'm still a little bit sleepy, but I did sleep well last night. Kim, let's get you some cards out. And if anyone else is watching, say hello. This is clearly a quiet time of the day. This is when I used to do Psychic Cafe, though. I used to do every morning, and then I switched to Monday, Wednesday and Friday for Psychic Cafe. But it was early in the morning like this. 7:30, I think this is when I used to do it. They were fun times. That was years ago. Well, yeah, 8 years ago, because it's 8 years ago because I was just changing the group, changing the image in the group, and it said that the group is 8 years old. Being a member. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to be posting in there more and just getting it activated, waking everyone up in there. We're getting the algorithms to show people that are already in there the posts. Kim. 8 of Wands. King of Swords. Eight of Wands is direct communication. It's facing something. Sometimes the Eight of Swords is like a target to me. As a reader, it feels like a target. It feels like you've got a target in front of you. You know where you're headed. You know what it is that you want, and you're kind of getting yourself prepared by pulling. Oh, I'm not doing thumbs down. Pulling your thing back. Pulling, what's that called? Bow back, and making sure that you're pointed in the right direction before you release it. It's got the energy of that Eight of Wands, but it's also got the energy of like facing things and communicating things and being direct about it. Comes out a lot when people need to face up to things, when we ignore stuff. We do that as humans. So it'll just work itself out. We call it surrender, don't we? It'll just work itself out if I just ignore it. Pretend it's not happening. You're in a very bad spot in life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. There's something to face there. Something to face. King of Swords, gain clarity on it. The King of Swords gains clarity on something, sees it really clearly in their mind. So what are you avoiding, Kim? That's a very difficult question. That's like a question saying, what are you what are you in denial about? Nobody can answer that because we're in denial about it, right? What are you avoiding? We know, but we don't want to answer that question. What have you been avoiding? Should we get deeper into it? I'm feeling like these are the cards to go deeper into it with. I love these cards because they've got a bit of darkness in them. Like a bit of darkness. No, it's useful for readings, a bit of darkness. The vow. Okay. Vows are very strong. And I'm not talking about like marriage vows. I'm talking about the vows we make to ourselves. And it looks like this. Or it can look like this. Your dad is a controlling person and you are you experience his behavior when it's pointed at you and trying to control you as like, ugh, that feels terrible. I can't be myself. He's not loving me as myself. I would never do that to somebody. That's the vow. I'm never going to do that. Trouble with vows is we don't see the positive sides of things, right? Control at its extreme, controlling others and all of that, it's toxic. At the other end is chaos, not in control of anything, that's toxic. And there's a balance in the middle. And when we make these strong vows from experience, like I'm never going to do that, what we do is we keep ourselves in one extreme. So it would be chaos in that example. We keep ourselves in chaos because I'm never going to be controlling, yeah? And this is how we get stuck. A vow makes us stuck until we can figure out when we made that vow. This is how powerful we are. We're creative spirits. And those kind of emotional declarations that we make inside, they stick. They stick until we undo it. Now, wouldn't it be lovely if there was a way to undo, just like wave a magic wand and undo all of, like this one, and undo all of the vows that we've made to clear it all out of the way? It's not that simple. We need to specifically pinpoint it in your mind to release it. It's a little beyond alive, but yeah, if you want to do that in a session, we could do that. To get deep into what that vow was. I did a session with someone the other day. What was it? Oh, that was it. When he was a boy, his dad, I think it was his dad, one of his parents had made a decision that affected the family. Adults do this. We make decisions, and our decisions, we're not an inert gas. We're not inert. Every decision that we make will affect people. And so the parent had made a decision that had affected them negatively. They were suffering consequences from it. And then they had, as a child, had made a vow to themselves. I would never do that. Like, I would never change up or make a decision for myself that will negatively impact other people that I love. And of course, you can imagine how that's playing out in his life, is that he ends up getting stuck in situations and he really needs out of it, and he will not let himself out. Will not. It's just like, I just can't get out of this. What's wrong with me? And this is what we found in his energies, that he'd made that vow. And just pinpointing it like that. It's like, It's like, yeah, you're allowed to make waves in the world. You are allowed to affect people. You will. Like, we can't get away from it, right? We can't get away from it. Who else is watching? Say hello. Where are you watching from? You'll need to be a subscriber to the channel for 1 minute at least in order to comment. But do that. Click that subscribe button. Say hello. Where are you watching from? Because I'll get you some cards out. Hey, Daz Kaz. Ireland. You know, I'm 7/8 Irish. You probably won't be able to see in this light, but my hair is like dark blonde with a tinge of red in it. 7/8 Irish, so I've got 3 Irish grandparents. The other one is half Irish, and one of my grandparents was one of those babies that was left on our doorstep. But all of my grandparents moved from Ireland to England. And so I grew up in England and then moved to Australia and now moved to Thailand. So that's my Irish story for you, Daz. Would you like some cards, Daz Kaz? You're only 7/8. You live here. Yeah, you're welcome, Kim. So yeah, if you want to go deep into that, Kim, that's what my Zoom calls are all about. That's what my Zoom calls are all about. So book yourself in on behealing.com if you want to do that. If it's... Joy's booked in today. Joy from yesterday's live. Okay, Daz Kaz, have you got any questions? You can just let me know. 6 of Swords is the card of manifestation. It is about bringing something from the ethers or from an idea in your mind and anchoring it in. Anchoring it in. So swords are all about ideas, about your mind. 6 is like, it's a victory card. 6 is a victory. It's like, there's something here about you got to bring something from the 5D to the 3D. Let's find out what it is. Are you particularly creative at the moment, Daz? Yeah, there's an idea that you've had here. But there's something here about you doing it alone. Perhaps you're not wanting to do it alone. Right, this can be work, or it could be like you wanting to step forward in life in some kind of a way with a home or something like that, and not wanting to do it alone is what I'm hearing. But, I mean, we're not alone, are we? We've got like our higher self, source, our guides. We're never alone. However, we are alone in that we are all we've got our own connection with source. And when we give that power away through a belief that we need to do something with someone else, someone is going to save us or whatever, we negate that connection that we've got. So we've all got our personal connection with source. We've all got our personal connection with abundance. And if we try and think that there's some middleman, or there should be some middleman or woman, that really messes things up. We'll get a lesson from that. Oh, you got an ad. Yes, you should pursue it. You should. It's early days yet, Page of Pentacles, but it needs bringing home. But there is this, just look into that, or work with me on it, looking into that as well. You've got a little bit of a block there, and it is in negating your connection. You need to get that connection stronger, right? A lot of people trip up on this. Sometimes we can have tried something, and then because we didn't get the results that we wanted, we got the lessons that we needed, but we didn't get the results that we wanted, we think, I can't do this alone, I'm going to need someone else's help. And it's not that we are an island, but it is, you know, we've got to be empowered. We have to recognize, no, it is me, It is me and my connection with Source. It is me and my connection with abundance. So if you want to go deeper into that, book yourself in for a Zoom call with me. behealing.com is where you can book. Yeah, because it's like, I can get some cards out for you in here, but it's kind of beyond. It's kind of beyond the remit of these lives to go deeply into that with you. But you're welcome. Yeah, empowerment, you know. I find that there's this process with me and with my clients too, is this from victimhood, from hurt, you know, crisis point, is where we don't need to soothe ourselves first of all. Start loving ourselves more. And once we've soothed ourselves and love ourselves more, that's when we get to the deeper healing part of it, facing stuff and healing ourselves. And then the next step after that is empowerment. Empowering ourselves to, stand in our power and claim that power and know that we don't need middlemen. You know, it's like with the spirituality, isn't it? You know, religions are very much trying to be the middleman so that you don't have your own connection. And a lot of us have moved now to spirituality where we are. And I am the middle woman too, as well. But I am here, hopefully, to help facilitate you understanding that you do have the connection yourself and you can do it yourself. And my readings are hopefully affirming what you already know, and so that you can learn to trust your own guidance. You're welcome. Is anyone else here like a reading? So I'm going to be doing more of these live shows. Psychic Cafe. I used to do it years ago. We have a group on Facebook. That's not it. I put a link to it before. I can't seem to be able to copy it. This one. I can't scroll. I can't do anything. It just won't let me do anything. But yeah, up top of the live chat, wherever that is, it's over there for me. It might be over there for you. There is a link to a Facebook group that we've got. I'll be going live regularly in there as well, because I'm trying to resurrect that group, get the algorithm on my side again to show people my videos and my posts. But I'll be doing regular lives in there too, and here on YouTube. I'm just trying different times of day out. It's clearly a quiet time of day, early morning for me. But there you go, good for Europe. Yeah. So I'll be sporadically. Yesterday it was around lunchtime for me. And I'll be doing some later in the day as well. So if you catch me again, then you catch me. I also have guided meditations here on my YouTube channel that go out every Tuesday. I have 3 psychic readings for the collective a week. Videos going out here. A general reading, a love and relationship reading, and a career and money reading. And a podcast too, where I talk on stuff. Healing stuff. And the podcast goes out on Saturday. Lots of content to stick around for. Thank you, Daz. Best of luck to you too. See you next time. Okay, I'm out of here because it's too quiet. It's too quiet. I'll do this at another time. Thanks everyone for coming along. If you're watching the replay, hello. Come live next time. Have those notifications turned on so that you do get notified when I'm live. And I will see you next time. Bye.